Hello and welcome, sports fans. This live video streaming event of Table Rock Sports Productions. We're right back at you, second night in a row. I'm Aaron Nilsson with Danny Canada coming to you live from, you got it, Dutchmeyer Field, Crater High School in Central Point, Oregon. Thank you for joining us tonight. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou tonight, featuring the 4-4 in conference. Ashland Lady Grizzlies taking on the host, Crater Lady Comets. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net. Thankful for our participating community business partners. Be sure to download the new version of our free app. You can watch all Table Rock Sports Network events on your phone, tablet, PC, or anywhere you connect for free. We also invite fans to check out all the features on TableRockSports.net, where you can find easy access to live streaming events, Southern Oregon Sports Spotlight, and our new feature, the Alumni Watch. It is about the same exact night as it was last night. Danny, how are you doing? How's it going?
I'm doing great. You're exactly right. It's almost exactly the same. World Series is on as well. It's just like just a flip-flop, men and women. That's all it is. Tonight should be another great game. You know, it's always fun when the rival's in town. Ashland, you know, their league record being 2-4, and the Comets' record being 1-4-1. Very similar, which is a very different contrast, basically, from the game yesterday, where Ashland was boys were ranked high, and the Crater Comets boys were much lower in the ranking. So, and that was a fantastic game. They fought hard, and it was 2-2 at the end. And so I think tonight these girls are going to go at it on a Wednesday, and exciting times. Good game. I think so.
And this one does have playoff implications. We will have a Bills Glass Coaches Corner for you, hear from both coaches. We're going to step aside for just a moment. We have starting lineups, national anthems, and I'll be right back. You're watching TableRockSports.net.
1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit
Welcome back. You see that the Watch TRS app you can download for free. This is Ashland and Crater. We've got starting lineups heading right now. Let's get to the Bills Glass Coaches Corner. Coaches Corner brought to you by Bills Glass. Proud to be a sponsor of high school athletics. Bills Glass has been the industry leader and clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. Locally owned, family run. Bills Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Number 9, Chloe Holshoe.
All right, here with Ashland head coach Eric Wolf. Coach, got just a couple of games left. What are you looking to accomplish? I mean, you're right there in the 15 OSAA, so you got a shot getting to the playoffs. Are there goals aside from that?
Because we got to make sure that we win the next two games. We've had a lot of close games and lost that we maybe didn't need to lose. So we just need to make sure that we take care of business for the last two games. And then we got to hope we can slide in, take that fifth spot out of the conference and slide into the playoffs. Because we got to be top 5 in the conference. And with, you got the top 3 schools with Willamette, North Eugene, and Churchill up there. And then after that, you got Springfield, who just won a big game. You got Thurston in there. You got North Bend. You got us in there. So there's 4 teams fighting for the last 2 spots. And the only thing we can control is us winning the next 2 games. And I think we may need a little luck along the way to take that 5th spot. But we got to win.
What has been the toughest challenge for you during this whole season?
We haven't been scoring goals as consistently as we have in the past. Like, our defense is usually good, our midfield is great, we're possessing the ball well. We just have been having inconsistent days putting the ball in the net. Like, some days we'll just rattle them off, and other games we just keep hitting the keeper, keep hitting the post, keep hitting the keeper. So we need to break that spell.
What is your focus for tonight, besides breaking that spell?
We just got to win that game. We got to make sure that we're not Crater always play super hard against us. We need to make sure that we play our game and put the ball in the net.
Anybody out sick, injured, hurt tonight?
No, looks like backup keeper is injured, but other than that, everybody's here, so no excuses. Got to get it done.
It's a good night tonight.
Thanks.
All right. Good luck, Coach. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
15, Emma Stanley.
So yeah, Coach Eric Wolf for Ashland, who's been the coach at Ashland for 19 years total. He started with JV, moved to varsity. So 19 years coaching experience just at Ashland, was at St. Mary's here at Medford just before that. So he knows what he's doing. He knows the school.
He knows his competition too. He knows the schools that are ahead of him. He knows who he's got to, to beat to get there, and he knows his path. So that's a great coach, and you can tell he's been there a long time. You got to trust the girls.
Please rise for the playing.
And now we have the national anthem there, and then we'll get to head coach for Crater, Brian Kiger, right after that. So without further delay, let's get right to Creighton. That's Crater and Brighton combined. There we go.
Done.
Creighton, which is also University back east. All right, here we go. Second half. Bill's Glass, Coach's Corner. All right, here with Crater head coach Brian Kiger. Brighton, 2 games left. What are you looking to accomplish in these final 2 games?
So I think that the main thing we're focusing on is really trying to connect as a group and developing some of our younger players. And we're asking them for specific things, making the simple pass, the high percentage passes, really looking to play out of the back, and looking for those pressing from the front, looking for some Gegen presses today, and win or lose, asking for those kind of results rather than the ending results from the game.
Well, what kind of challenge does Ashland present to you?
So Ashland's definitely got speed. We've looked at them over the season. They do seem to be one side heavy. The speed is definitely something. They do connect well in the middle. They've got a really great distributor in number 20. So we're looking to shut her down, and we can adjust our lineup to help compensate for that really good distribution out of the middle, and hopefully looking to shut down their speed that's going to come down that side. So.
This is only the second game, I believe, we've covered for the girls' team this season for Table Rock Sports. What is it? So since anybody out there has not seen this team very much, if they haven't been here physically, what have you seen? What have you liked for the development from the beginning, the first game of the season, up till today?
So our girls are incredibly adaptable, so they are learning to correct the mistakes. We've actually been, traditionally Crater has not been a really good second half team, and we've been able to correct those mistakes, come back. We actually came back from, in Lakeview, in fact, we were down 2-0, and we were able to come back in the second half and tie that up. And in fact, in North Bend, even though that wasn't the result that we wanted, we were able to come back and present a lot better in the second half. So we're seeing the girls overcome, adapt, and perform better as the games go on. So we're seeing some resiliency in the girls, and that's just really something that's nice as a coach to see the girls, come back and really perform for the whole 80 minutes. So that's really nice.
And last one, that anybody out, aside from Montana, still out, right? Anybody else out, sick, hurt, injured?
No, and that's one thing we've really been blessed with. You get some minor, bumps and bruises and, a twisted ankle here and there, but for the most part, we've got a full roster. Montana's still out, of course, with her concussion, but we've got a full squad with the exception of Montana. So the girls are healthy, they're strong, and God willing, we'll get through tonight without an injury. So.
Thanks. Good luck, Coach. Appreciate it. There you have it. We already had a shot on goal from Ashland while we were hearing from head coach Brighton Kiger. Yeah, Montana Smith, so she was on that last broadcast, the only other broadcast we've had here for the Comets girls soccer team, when she was down here on the near sideline and took a ball to the head, ended up with a concussion. So she's out the rest of the season, but I mean, that's only 2 more games, including tonight, and she'll be looking ahead. She's only a junior, so she will have next season. Thankfully, she's not a senior. But yeah, another year still ahead of her, and everyone else seems to be doing all right. So we're almost through a full season for them. Normally you pick up something, so it's great that they're not seriously injured at all.
Yeah, and like you were saying, she's a junior, so she's still got another year to play. Only 2 seniors on the squad, and so they'll be gone next year. It's kind of, I think there's about 9 seniors that are going to be up next year on the team. So I love how Coach Brighton was talking about working together as a team, coming together as a team. It's a great way to end out your season. Playoffs are, not probably going to be happening, but you build that team bond and keep it going through to next year. And they could be looking at a fierce team with all seniors.
And there's actually a few of the girls on my junior Comet squad who are going to be freshmen here at Critter next season, and there's some who head coach Brighton, as she's been in touch with them and either coached them before or knows them very well over the years and have a chance of making this varsity squad next season. So that could be some injection of even more youth, a few more freshmen, as they have 5 freshmen on their squad right now. So a lot of experience for the youngins, and that is long-term very beneficial to teams like this team. Kaylee Gugliotta putting in some nice footwork there, but eventually losing that. I have to say, Grayson Lee, was just defending right there for crater number 3 in the middle of the park. She's a lot of fun. I was there at one of the practices, and great personality. Has a lot of fun playing the game. A lot of the girls they're not wearing the long sleeve, and it's chilly down there.
Yeah, it's got a little Christmas to it tonight. It's definitely going to be, I think, a bit cooler than last night. Last night, right after the game, it just dropped. The temperature did. I think that might come a little earlier tonight, but like you're saying, having fun playing the game. When it starts to become work, that's when you start to get injuries, miscues are happening, teams mumble, grumble. You got to have fun when you're out there playing. I understand at the end of the day, you got to work, you got to execute what the coaches put in plan. There's, work to be done, but you got to have fun when you're doing your work. Otherwise, there's no team camaraderie there, and then it's harder to get that bond and knowing where each other's going to be on the field and anticipation of each other. So I love what she was talking about, how teamwork is number one in her mind right now.
Yeah, coming together, that's really a huge part of any team, anytime you're talking about sports. So we got a free kick here. And that one's almost on frame, just wide of the post. Taya Amadeus in goal for the Comets again. And Crater's still looking for their first shot. We are over 4 minutes into the first half. Yeah, if you're not having fun, whatever you're doing, hopefully that whatever that is you're doing is only temporary until you can find some place where you can have some fun and enjoy what you're doing. Ashland with good possession here in the first 5 minutes. There are only 5 seniors for this Ashland team. That's one of them right there. So Maya Holtshoe with that cross in. Amade has it. That's going to be throwing for Crater. That one snuffed out. Another one of the seniors, Mary Wilson. And I will go with Yuki Sabo Yamanuchi, number 19 for Ashland. Playing up top as a forward. Wearing the headband. She's got it now. And just barely offsides. Allison Waters, good run down that far sideline.
Great speed there.
She's in the box. Across, and that is out for a corner.
Oh, I love that. Great speed there down the sideline, just taking over her mat and just keeping the ball with her. Great run.
Yeah, the first corner of the game for either team. First opportunity for Crater at all on that one. And that one collected by the keeper. I believe it's Nina Munson. He's got it again. We're going to have 5 subs for the Comets. They're holding the pennies. And they are shivering. You see them jumping up and down because it's cold. It is cold down there, and none of them are wearing. I don't know if that's a team thing because Ashland's not wearing it either, but I doubt it's a league thing or a state thing. But my high school, I was definitely wearing the long sleeve Under Armour cold gear because it's not fun.
Didn't you grow up in California?
I did. Southern California.
Southern California, you have to wear the long sleeves. You're cold.
We're in the high desert.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how you'd make
We're
it in
at
Canada.
3,300 feet, and we would get snow almost every winter.
Oh, you're up there. Oh, where? Big Bearish?
Down from there. But, I mean, twice the elevation it is here.
All right,
And
okay. You played
it
the
got
elevation
cold.
card.
It got cold. We got a lot of freezing temperatures.
Didn't see that coming.
I know, it was like, no, it's like California. There's a lot of mountains, a lot of snow, a lot of cold places. I mean, yeah, it would get 110 in the summer for a little bit, but we had the extreme. And we definitely get the very cold winds and cold temperatures in the winter.
Yeah, I lived at Bishop for a while, so I know what you mean by that. We had snow, and then we'd have 110s, 120s. I pulled a Britney Spears one summer. I couldn't handle it. My hair was too fluffy, and I just shaved my head. It was about 110. I grabbed my lawn chair and just took my razor and just shaved it.
That works.
Yeah.
I felt that way many times, but I never did it. Goal kick for the Comets. So 4 shots so far for Ashland.
Yeah, so temperatures are 59 right now.
Yeah, that's chilly. It's going to get much colder as the night progresses.
Oh, sure, definitely once we get into the second half here.
And Abade collects it just in time. They're rushing Wilson. A little miscommunication there. That one sails wide, but just rolls wide. A short goal kick. I don't know if that was a cross or a shot, but didn't end up being successful on either of those fronts. Another goal kick for the Comets. And volleyball and soccer really winding down. You know, Crater boys and girls end up with senior day, senior night, whatever you want to call it, this Saturday. Volleyball's practically done as far as the regular season goes. Good shot there on frame, but Almade comes up with it. That'll be free kick for Crater. First foul on Ashland. That is going to be off Crater. Ashland throw deep in their own half. Got a substitution for Ashland. Oh, we got a break here for Ashland. Kendra Caruso. Out for Sabo Yamanuchi. But that's can't save it. Nope. Flag. The linesman readjusted that, so it will be an Ashland throw. And more subs. And Wilson hits that one well wide of the goal. We'll call it a shot, though. We saw her intention.
You saw into the depths of her heart.
I did, practically.
Well, man, isn't that what everyone wants to do when you're out there on the field?
Yes.
You just want to either score goals or stop goals from being scored, right? So it's really intention of everyone's hurt down there.
Especially getting close to the goal. Yeah, you could see that she was, like her eyes were big. She had that shot, but just too much towards the toe. And Jasmine Gallagher is chasing a lot, putting in a lot of work there up top.
There's a good battle going on down there for that ball right now.
And tracking back, Gugliotta gets that out for an Ashland throw. We're now under 24 minutes, so 16 minutes gone by in this first half. Still 0-0 you see on the John Scott scoreboard. That's called offsides.
That's just all the action all happening on the other side there, just kind of not paying attention, just kind of wandering off to the other offside and get called for it there.
It's one of those where it's not normally the runs where you see where the forwards are trying to time it, and it could be a one-on-one. That's one of those offsides where it's not even close to a one-on-one. It's far away from the goal. It's just, well, you got the advantage. You're on the other side behind the defenders.
Right.
So when sent across, McKenna Page can't hang on to it. Right below us, Ashland throw. Throwing it in was number 20, Innie Hammond. That's what Bryton Kiger was talking about as far as who's really good at distribution for the Grizzlies, someone that the Comets are keeping an eye on. Crater so far has really only had that one chance about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I was just thinking that Ashland's definitely dominated the time of possession with the ball. Not even necessarily always in the Crater zone. They've even had possession a lot in their own zone, but just really control of it. Some really good battles Crater's had for the ball there. But like you say, they've only had a couple opportunities to be down here, so let's see if they can capitalize on it now.
It's difficult for them to really get anything going. And maybe that's just the beginning of the game. We're only halfway through this first half. Something will have to improve. But as we saw last night, too, Crater boys they ended up with a lot of chances. So we went through the first half into the second half, and they went up 1-0 and then up 2-1. But they really only had 3 shots on goal. 2 of them are goals. So it goes to show you that even on a night like tonight where Crater may not be getting a lot of chances, a lot of opportunities, you only need 1.
That's true. Yeah, how many shots on net did Ashland have last night? It was in the teens, maybe?
8.
Overall?
8. They had 19 shots and 8 on goal.
There you go.
And they converted 2 of those into goals. Just a barrage of shots.
Yeah, constantly just wailing it down there. And again, I would have to say the same thing from Ashland and Crater, as I just said about this, that they definitely dominated with the time of possession of the ball. But like you say, take advantage of those opportunities when you have them. It's like taking advantage of turnovers in football and all that. So you have to, when you're there, you have to score. And again, that's one of the things that Coach Wolf was talking about. Just not having all those goals that they're used to having. Getting the ball in the net's been a challenge. But as you can see, keeping the ball, having possession, that's not.
And possession's not going to win you games.
It is not.
Goals win you games.
Goals do.
Something that, Coach Wolf talked about how streaky they were, and they had 7 against North Bend, but then they have a lot of shots like for tonight, and then they can't get one in. So trying to be more consistent for the Grizzlies. Crater trying to weather the storm. And Crater will not be making a season. So this one, building experience. Looking ahead to next season and even then after. Ashland, though, again, playoff implications for them.
So that's another reason you really want to beat your rivals too, right? If you can, knock them out of the playoffs. Come on, it's competition.
Totally. Spoil someone else's season. Spoil their night.
Hey, man, I remember having to do it. It was rare. A couple of years in high school.
And any competitor wants to win anyway. It doesn't matter what night it is, who you're playing, just win. Who doesn't want to win? And Hammond is through. Gets the shot off, and I think that took a deflection. Looks like it did. So Gugliotta coming back, doing well. First corner of the night for the Grizzlies. Ramade has it right at her.
You know, I used to teach motorcycle riding, and one of the things that we teach when you're on a motorcycle, and it's driving too, you go where you look, right? So when you have a big, bright orange shirt like that, and there's someone who's trying to score, it's so distracting and bright, you just tend to sometimes look and stare right at it, and that's where you end up kicking it. It's a skill to be able to be looking somewhere else, or try to look somewhere and look and hit it somewhere else. That's tough to do. That's sometimes where you get a lot of those kicks just right at the goalie.
Yep.
It's because you're just kind of focused on that.
It happens way too often.
So it's the same thing in sports, where you throw where you look. Verlander tonight, laying on the ground, got a ball, tried to throw it to first place between his legs while he was on his back, and threw the ball into his own shin.
Wow.
Because that was this thing that was right in his foresight there, is what he was kind of looking at and what took his attention.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that.
Plus, as a player down here, a forward, you want to center up. Because if you're not centered, who knows? You kick it to the corner flag, and you're way off. So if you center up, well, the center is going to be, that's where the keeper usually is.
Yeah.
Oh, this one opportunity. Oh, and missed. Wilson. Dragged wide, just barely. Best opportunity.
I was just going to say the exact same words. That was a missed opportunity there because all net right there. A lot of chances to put it in there.
And Amade has to go way under the scoreboard to collect that ball. And he stopped the clock there, so she had a pretty far to run.
I was wondering what was taking so long. I couldn't see anyone in the net.
No Crater with 5 more substitutions. Hard to keep track of, so I'm probably not going to be able to do that. McReese and Lee, Jocelyn Sizemore and Emma Bowen definitely are on. And 10 Ashland shots, 5 of them on goal. Through ball for Hammond and kicked out there for a goal kick. Maddie Pierce or Madeline Pierce. Second corner kick of the game for Ashland.
And Madeline Pierce was slow to get up there. I don't know if you saw that. I know you're looking down on your page, but she took a second on the ground before she got up.
Even just till about a second ago, yeah, she was even, I could see her walking gingerly. She hit that turf pretty hard. And that one went all the way through, but ended up being offsides anyway, had it gone in. It was Emmeline Clark who was right there at the mouth of the goal, but kind of shanked it off her shin. Amade comes out just in time. Yamanucci on the pressure once again. And Pierce able to clear that one out. Now a crater throw. As we approach really the playoffs, or just seriously just right around the corner. We'll join up with the NFHS network for the playoffs. A super cheap $10 single 1 month pass gets you all local playoff games, local team playoff games, and coverage from all of the state tournaments. The championship excitement from Tip Block Sports and NFHS network.
That's a pretty good deal.
And even beyond just the playoffs, you can continue to have that and just see so many more games on top of what we can cover, depending on what teams you like to follow. If you just want to follow high school sports and see what other teams are doing, possible teams that we have here in Southern Oregon might be playing in the future, in Eugene and in Portland. Yeah, great deal.
Oh, yeah. I believe the last Friday Ashland Crater football game was broadcast on the NFHS network as well. So, yeah, you get all kinds of stuff from all over, not just playoffs. It's cheap. It's $10.
Yeah. Go out to eat one night, that's $10 for your meal.
Get you 2 coffees, man.
Get to that, yeah. May as well get a whole month of sports for that price. Or if you are going to get coffee for 2 days in a row, you plan on doing it, don't do it for just 2 days.
Don't.
And then put that towards the NFHS playoff.
Do
They're the single 1 month pass. After Chenoweth comes back on, passes the penny off to Grayson Lee. So we got 8 minutes left in this first half, still 0-0. Call free kick for Ashland at the 25-yard line. Right to Amade. And she throws it out.
Still a little too far on that one. I get it, though, trying to lead your runner. She's kind of open over there if you get it to her with a nice run lead. It's a little off angle and out.
It's brand new turf. That thing's going to...
It does. It just skips. Good looks good on camera, though.
It looks great. Sounds great. Great colors. Got some of the lines still in there. Looks like it's just been vacuumed.
It does.
It's a nice look.
Yeah, it looks really crisp under the lights. Love doing games here, home games. Speaking of games, football game Friday, Eagle Point. Have that for you out there.
And the final home game of the season, regular season, because Crater's going to have. So we got an injury here. Joelle Annan. She got caught in the stomach, it looks like. Third foul on the Lady Comets. And that one is all the way through, but offsides.
And that's a lot of offsides that Ashland has got today. You know, clear blatant ones like that. Other ones were just a little bit out of position. And that's not a way that you're able to. That's probably one of the reasons why they're having a tough time getting goals. You keep getting offside and giving the ball over, you're not going to be able to score.
That's third offsides on them, and that one, I couldn't see where the last defender was, but with her speed, she could have been all the way through a one-on-one with Amade, and who knows. Yeah, for forwards or anyone offense, it's all about timing. You got to watch the offsides trap, too. Because anytime the defender they see someone doing that, they're going to step up right in front. So they put that person offside, which is also risky. Because if the defender doesn't time it right, then the offender is going to be right past them. Ashland defense still very stout. Only allowing one shot for Crater this whole first half so far, and under 5 minutes to go. Mia Twos is on the ground. We're going to have a clock stop here for her. And we will step away for just a moment. You're watching TapeRockSports.net.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls offers a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery, wisdom teeth removal, general anesthesia, dental implants, and much more. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 541-779-3781.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local U.S. Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central.
And 2 still on the ground getting some treatment. And we will take another break.
Hello, I'm School Resource Officer Robert Monenbach from the Central Point Police Department. Along with Officer Godley, we work to keep School District 6 students safe. As school resource officers, we receive specialized training to help students feel safe and offer someone to turn to with questions or concerns. This resource is not only for the students, but it extends to the parents and school staff. Part of our duties include visiting each school in Central Point and leading the 5th grade DARE education program each year. Central Point Police Department, dedicated to service and committed to excellence.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at Southern Oregon Sports.
Welcome back. Mia 2's getting helped off. Tough pressure there from Allison Waters, winning a free kick for the Comets. Good through ball there. Hammond keeps it in, sends it across, and Lee comes up with it. And that one wasn't too far off. Another shot from Ashland. Still only 1 for Crater, and we got 2:30 left in this first half.
Yeah, that's some pretty amazing defense there by the Grizzly, holding them to only 1 shot potentially for an entire half here.
That's something the Comets have to figure out at halftime, is how to get more pressure and find those through balls and lines behind the defenders for Ashland, because so far it's been, I mean, look at that. You got 7 defenders right there collapsing on 1 of the Crater players. And one of your favorite words, swarm.
Swarm.
They were swarming them.
Chicken shawarma.
I want to go to Flavor now. We've been to Flavors.
I need to find a good place with chicken shawarma. No, what's Flavors?
I don't know if they have. They don't actually have shawarma, but Flavor is a new place over close to Blackbird on Main Street in Medford. Great prices, great service, great food.
I'll check it out.
So they were in I can't remember, but it was an Italian restaurant. They only have like 3 parking spots right there in the parking lot.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know exactly where that is.
But now, yeah, it's right in all the houses. And it's a really good place. Been there for a few months, and we went twice in 2 nights.
What kind of
we went the
cuisine?
one night, and we're like, well, let's go back again.
That's funny.
Went the next night. I mean, $10 for a bowl, which it was about the size of a large pizza, and it was 1/3 of it was greens and kind of a salad. The middle third of it was rice. The other third of it was a butter chicken. So the butter chicken one, it's very tasty. They have lavender lemonade, I think it was. They have we had the turmeric milk.
Ooh.
They got falafel. They have...
I like falafels, too.
Yeah, it's kind of this Asian, so they got curry, so it's like a Mediterranean Asian kind of mix, but flavor, really good. Flavor, you should be a business partner. We'd appreciate that. So we only got 5 seconds left. No shot off here. That will do it for the first half. We are tied at 0, so for all of the shots Ashland had, still haven't hit the back of the net. The Creator Foundation halftime report is coming up next at the half. You're watching TedRockSports.net. We will be back in just a few moments.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Crater Foundation, who provides scholarship assistance to every graduating senior from Crater High School who applies for one, and provides scholarship assistance to students continuing their education after completing at least 1 year of college. Since its inception, the Crater Foundation has awarded over $4.38 million in scholarship assistance to more than 4,085 Crater High graduates. The Crater Foundation is dedicated to providing these scholarships to Crater High grads and relies solely upon the support of the community, individuals, local businesses and organizations, alumni, and District 6 staff members to do so. Become a part of the Crater Foundation community and contribute to making dreams a reality. If you're interested in making a donation or sponsoring a scholarship, please contact us by email at craterfoundation@district6.org or by phone at 541-494-6308.
Hey, it's Officer Evans, Central Point Police Department, here with another episode of Traffic Safety First. We're going to talk about intersection laws today. Let's go! For this episode, we're going to be talking about parking near or stopping at intersections. To help us with this, we have a special guest, Jax.
Hello.
We're going to use this car and this map. Our first topic today, we'll talk about when a vehicle is supposed to stop at an intersection. Jax will show us where a vehicle is supposed to stop. As you can see here, Jax has stopped his vehicle at the edge of the white lines, indicating a pedestrian crossing zone at the intersection. If no one is in the zone after you stop and you need better visibility to enter an intersection, you may then pull up slowly until visibility is clear and then enter the intersection when safe to do so. For our second topic, we'll be talking about stop signs. Hey Jax, you know what a stop sign means?
Kind of. So when somebody drives up to a stop sign, they park right here, and then a car goes by to his house, then the car slowly moves forward and then goes right there to where it needs to go.
Right, that's perfect. Stop signs are pretty self-explanatory, but we get asked all the time, how close can a person park to a stop sign? Any guesses?
Right here?
It's very close. How many feet do you think that is?
10.
10? The actual law states that it's 20 feet from the stop sign.
Right here?
Perfect. I'll take it. And finally, let's briefly discuss four-way stops. This one is mostly well known, but it's worth mentioning. At a four-way stop, the person who comes to a complete stop at the intersection first has the right-of-way. The order then follows that same trend, and the next person who stopped is the next person who has the right-of-way.
Why was the cop at the beach?
Why?
Because there was a crime wave.
That's it for our fifth episode. For any exceptions to the information, please review the Oregon Revised Statute for each topic. Many thanks to our guest star, and we will see you next month for our sixth episode of Traffic Safety First.
Maddie was born there, so I guess she would be American blood. Or Canadian blood. Her mom's American. She's a dually. We're both dualies.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
And welcome back. This is the Crater Foundation Halftime Report. The foundation provides scholarships for Crater graduates to help them take the next step and succeed. Learn how you can help them too at craterfoundation.district6.org. So just a few stats. There were not many. 3 offsides calls on Ashland. A couple of those kind of hurt them. They would have had some one-on-ones. 2 fouls for Ashland, 3 for Crater. And no offsides for Crater, but that's mainly because they haven't really had many chances. The Ashland defense doing amazingly. And look at the offense. So 1 shot for Crater, 12 shots for Ashland, 5 of those on goal, 2 corners for Ashland and 1 for Crater. And that story is the offense and defense for Ashland. They just really have been controlling this game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly the story for sure. Ashland's had complete control, but hey, you got to give it up to Crater. Halftime here, nothing. So their defense is doing a great job. Fantastic goaltending work too. And so as a coach, Coach Wolf talking at the beginning of the game with you, not scoring the points. Look at the amounts of opportunities that they had. That's got to drive you nuts. Yeah, of course, some of them, they may be way off target, but, those ones where they're on target and closer, and they've had some opportunities too. Crossed in front, wide open. So, as a coach, that's got to be frustrating. As a coach for Crater, what do you say? The girls are barely even getting the ball into their side. How do you overcome that, Aaron?
And some of those things you have to call on your own knowledge of it for Bright and her own girls. So I don't know them well enough, but I think for her, she'd have to look at it because she specifically actually, after I finished up speaking with her for the Coach's Corner, she talked about how she specifically prepared for Ashland in that speed. So she adjusted her lineup for that. And she knows those girls better than we do. She's going to have to maybe inject something in somebody, change the formation maybe a little bit, because at this point, you would want to spoil Ashland and their season at this point. You want to win. But what you're doing is not working. They got to have more opportunities. So she's going to have to adjust it, and maybe she will have to give up a goal. But if she's going to want to score goals, she's got to figure out a way to penetrate, get between and behind them. So she'll need some speed up top, that's for sure.
Yeah. And they definitely have speed. And so, again, not sure how to coach that and make it work and tweak it. But a lot of substitutions throughout the first half for Crater, so that the girls are coming on with fresh legs, so doing something good there. Maybe it's just getting that right unit in there together that's able to put one in the net. But yeah, like you say, to upset your rivals, you got to do it.
Got to figure out how to break them down. We see there in the John L. Scott scoreboard between Crater and Ashland, 0-0. John L. Scott of Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. You're watching TabeRockSports.net. We got about 2 minutes until second half kick. You're watching Table Rock Sports.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local U.S. Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that The parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is a guy from Lithia who made it all possible. Carlos. Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
The days grow long, and the last school bell rings, calling you to pack a bag, grab the kids, and hit the road to that fabled land of green, where adventure drifts with you on the water and carries you through the trees. So let curiosity get the best of you.
And we are back. The second half is underway. And they didn't wait for us. You were just saying that in the TV timeout.
Yeah, we should get a flag up here. Hold it up until we're ready, and then we put the flag down, then they can whistle.
So we only have 15 seconds left in that ad. We do appreciate our community business partners providing this coverage for you without having you to pay. They took care of all that.
I really do, and a lot of people really appreciate having this opportunity to watch games from out of state, out of town, or when the Comets are on the road and they can't make it up there. So, yeah, absolutely, thank you very much, all the local sponsors there, and we enjoy doing it too. It's our first year, Aaron and I together. You having a good year so far?
Oh yeah,
attaboy.
It's been a great competition. Crater's been a great team to follow. We have a booth. We're not stuck outside. Bobio's provides pizza for football games.
It's semi-warm. It's definitely dry.
Yeah.
So in Grids Pass, there was no booth for you?
We had a booth with glass, and it was actual rooms. It's just that I know if we were getting down to St. Mary's and some other places, some lower division schools, we'd be out in the stands, which that's fine. You're with
I don't mind doing that on the road once in a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Home games, I love being up here, bringing a great shot.
This is going to be a throw in for Crater. So here we got some pressure here in the first 2 minutes already. We'll be on the road again at Eagle Point on Friday. They have a booth.
I have been in the Eagle Point box, yes. I remember doing some soccer there, actually, a couple years back.
And Ashland getting that one up. And that one is in the side of the net there. So Crater finally on the board after all of those shots.
Ashland.
Excuse me.
No worries.
Ashland. Ashland is finally on the board. Crater's still stuck at one shot. But Yukisawa Yamanuchi with the goal.
Yeah, but like you pointed out, the first couple of minutes, they were up in the Ashland zone. So, Coach Brighton talking during halftime, I'm sure getting something. You even said maybe you have to give up a goal to try and be a little more aggressive. So, who knows? Broadcasters curse yesterday. Every time they scored a couple minutes later, Ashland will be right back, with the Crater boys last night. So, let's see if maybe that happens again.
So we finally got a score there on the scoreboard.
Great throw.
Pressure really now on Crater. Ashland can breathe a little bit better. Out by Holtshoe. This one given away. The goal scorer, Yamanuchi's putting the pressure on to win Ashland throw-in. So right next to the corner flag, throw-in for Ashland.
And again, look, here's Ashland down here in the crater zone. They've got control.
Now one not too far off, but definitely over the goal. Yamanuchi's looking for her second. Saved. Ashland's still with him. Yeah. Waters still with it. In the Ashland box, but it's going to be a goal kick. So winning another throw-in, but a little bit closer this time. There, I believe they call the foul on Waters. She's got a little hip check in there. Yamanuchi up to the races and pushed off a little bit by Maddie Pierce and stops that threat for now. That one goes all the way through for a Crater goal kick. 4 more subs for the Comets. The doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger, the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781, 779-3781. I wonder if that spells anything like 77 teeth. No, probably not.
I don't know. I have to figure it out. What's the numbers?
779-3781. We'll try this here.
Well, teeth is 5 letters. That's not going to work.
That's why you have to go with the 9. It's like 7 teeth. But it won't work because it's W, X, Y, or Z is 9. So come up with something.
Tooth. Ouch.
Well, it'd have to start with W, X, Y, or Z if we went with the 9.
Oh.
If you go with the 4, root.
G, no.
Probably not. Nope. Amadei has that one. I honestly thought it was kind of weird that 1 and 0 don't have any letters associated with it.
Why?
I'm not sure, but 1 and 0 don't have anything. So number 2 starts with A, B, C. They could have taken like A and B and split it up and given 1 and 0 something. If you have a 1 in there, you can't spell anything.
Nah, you need the 1s and the 0s to be solo. It's like the Matrix.
No, but you can't spell anything if you have a 1 in there. Unfortunately, with their business, they can't spell any words because they got a 1.
Well, silly them. Use it as an I.
Use it as an I.
Did I really throw it off, eh?
So, Westy. 54177 Westy.
There you go.
WESTI.
West
That'll
one.
work. Maybe have some blood. Definitely calling for the trainers to get back out there. In pain, that's for sure. Speaking of the maxillofacial surgery, let's check out their ad.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls offers a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery, wisdom teeth removal, general anesthesia, dental implants, and much more. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 541-779-3781.
There we go. Emma Stanley is off now. Some treatment. Especially in the cold weather like it is, those sting. Getting popped right in the face.
Well, yeah, because you're warm, you're running around, your blood's flowing, you get your flush up in there, and then all of a sudden you get hit with a cold, hard ball, right? Those balls, they got no blood in there. They're not warm. They're hard. They're like a rock. Especially when it gets colder as the evening goes on.
And when they rain, they really, really attain the water. And I played in plenty of games where it was raining and those soccer balls were they really were rocks. And then you get one kicked right in the thigh and the red mark stays for a couple of days. It's great.
Well, it's 54 degrees here now at Dutchmeyer Field, so it's definitely getting cooler as the night goes on, which is normal.
An opportunity there, and that one snuffed out. Good footwork from Holly Troutman. Crater's still looking for the real first shot of the second half. Several subs for Ashland. Good through ball. Holshoe is on it. Be looking for the cross. And that one is in. Mary Wilson.
And that was an interesting score, just kind of off the top of the crossbar and then right back down. I think it went right off her head.
It did, right off of Amade's head and into the goal, so not much she could do there. Let's see that one more time. Wilson puts it right there in the top corner and off the crossbar, off her head, and into the goal.
Yeah, just nothing you can do there. Now Ashland's got that insurance goal. Now really the pressure's on. About 25 minutes to go, 26.
And the 2-goal lead in soccer is always the most dangerous lead, because it's almost that point where the team gets a little comfortable. We're up by 2, but then 1 goal, and the other team is right in it, plus momentum, and they're just 1 more goal away from being tied up, and there goes that lead. Crater is just really having a difficult time just even getting a shot. Ashland defense just doing very well, very tight in the back, snuffing out any runs, not allowing any shots. 1 in this whole game. And we are 55 minutes into it. The shot goes wide. May have been a cross, can't tell completely. And no surprise. You want to take a guess at how many goals this Ashland defense and goalkeepers allowed this season so far?
3.
11. But still, 11, and that's in 12 games. So under 1 goal a game. And they've had plenty of shutouts. Six shutouts. So half of their games have been shutouts. They've only allowed 11 goals. 1 shot tonight. That's not too shabby.
That's very not too shabby. You can see why they're pushing for a playoff spot.
That was just too far out of the reach for Horseshoe. Yeah, and they're right on that edge. Taking a look at the rankings for 5A. Crescent Valley atop number 1 out of the Mid-Willamette Conference. North Eugene, who is in this league, Midwestern League, they're atop of that. They are number 2. Willamette, number 3, also in the Midwestern League. Thurston in the same league, number 8. Churchill, number 9. Springfield, number 10. So 5 of the top 10 are teams in the Midwestern League. Ashland currently at number 15. So I'm not sure, I'm not privy to what they might need to get into the playoffs, but I know for sure they got to get the win tonight and the win in the final game. They might need some help. Right, Tamaday. They might need some help above them to sneak in, but if they win tonight and their final game being on Saturday at Springfield, have a very good shot at sneaking in. That one right at Amadei. Amadei's got it.
And she had a good angle on that one there, too, really watching it come in and watch the ball right into her hands there. Good job.
Do I smell barbecue?
Getting hungry?
A little bit. Feels like I smell barbecue. You smell it?
I do.
Okay.
You're not crazy.
Good. At least not yet. Oh, Amadei getting that one.
And for a second there, it looked like she might have been a little bit too forward and might have gone over her head, but she was able to grab that and corral it in.
That replay, that was a long shot from about 30 yards, 35 yards away. Offsides on Ashland. We have 5 shots on goal for Ashland that first half. They've already got 5 here, and we're only halfway through the second half.
But not only that, they've got 2 goals, and that's the more important stat right now. They are fighting for their win, too. Like you said, they're pushing to get into the playoffs. And Crater, maybe just a fight to ruin their playoff hopes, aren't as strong. I mean, they're playing strong here tonight, but wow. Ashland has 100% control. I shouldn't say 100%, but they've got the highest control of this ball and time of possession and just keeping it away from their own zone. You know, I played soccer goalie, and that does make for a boring afternoon or night when you're just sitting there lonely in your net by yourself when the rest of the team's up on the other side all night.
Yeah, Munson is at her 18-yard box, and she's been there most of the night, but yeah, just
but in
probably
soccer,
cold.
A lonely goalie usually translates into a win. So you can't complain, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure she wouldn't mind a few easy ones right at her, just get going. Yeah, if she doesn't have much to do, which she hasn't had much to do, that bodes well for your team. My first 2 years, I played soccer when I was 5 and 6. I was goalkeeper. We did not score 1 goal my whole first season. So the barrage was on me. It was the complete opposite of what's going on tonight. I was way too active. Me as the keeper, I was the closest to scoring for our team, and I was as a keeper.
Wow.
Because of my drop kicks. Almost beat the keeper a couple of times.
Getting them all the way
Almost
down the
scored
pitch.
a goal, yeah. Sometimes I did that. I just said, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to try it from here. Not going to give it to my teammates. I'm just booting it. And I was very close. Maya Lackey hit the turf. She's up. Second foul on Crater this half. And that one nicely done and laid off. Just cleared out by Anna Myers. It was a good battle there between Twos and Holshoe, and they award the free kick for Crater. Get your crunch on with crispy, crunchy chicken available at My Circle K. That's a game winner right there. Find them, follow them, kick back with them at mycirclek.com. But don't go to the one here in Central Point. They don't have it.
They do not. Phoenix and Grants Pass, I believe. Out there on Ripwood Highway. Trust me, it's delicious. Have you had it? Have you ever had it?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I had it when they bring it over to the Friday Night Football and Friday Night Fast Breaks in the studios at KTVL. And,
oh, yeah.
And, yeah, I had it until the cheerleaders and parents started to arrive for all the Friday nights when it used to be just 2 or 3 players. They would come on for interviews on set, and then everybody started coming. And when there was only 2, 3 players, yeah, there was some extra left over, and we could have a biscuit or a wing or something. But then once everybody started coming, forget about it.
They ate it up, eh?
That was gone. No chance. Amadeus got that one. Wasn't really tested on that one. Yeah, before the Friday Night Football show even started, we would go into the conference room where all the players were, and before it even started to go in there, just crumbs everywhere. Boxes were all empty. No chance.
Those boys just did a football game, man. There's some hungry, hungry hippos.
Yeah. High school boys can eat a lot of food. Got 4 or 5 more subs for Crater, 1 for Ashland. There's 14 and a half minutes left. 2-0 Ashland. Manucci and Wilson, the goal scorers for Lady Grizzlies. Great opportunity for Crater, but they're going the wrong way. That defense snuffs it out again. Waters just powering through. And that one right to Munson, but great drive there.
Oh, some fantastic footwork there with the ball in and out of different defenders' legs. That was just a great job being able to move that through and get a good, clean shot. Just a little more power. I think she could have scored that one.
First shot of the second half for Crater finally. Waters was just that powerful run. Crater still with the throw. Troutman in a race against Holtshoe. And just gets a little push on Holtshoe, and that's going to be called for the foul. A little too aggressive. Guglielmo wins the free kick. Fairly clean game tonight. 6 fouls on Crater, 4 on Ashland. No cards shown. That's a good night.
Yeah, we had a couple cards last night, didn't we? 2 yellows?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, clean game by the girls today. And some great battles, some great real battles over the ball.
Munson's got that one. Yeah, Cropper, both were in the second half for the game last night. Cropper and Ball for those teams, Ashland and Crater. That was not memorized in my memory bank. That's just because I had the notes underneath these.
Man, you don't need to spill the beans. I saw you looking at your notes. I wasn't going to tell. It's impressive.
Holtshoe in the box. Across, and Wilson hit out just in time by Matty Pierce.
It's not like you have to cite your source either, because the source was you.
True. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
That's reversed.
That's how honest Aaron is here, everybody, if you're listening right now. Honest Aaron. Not Honest Dave, it's Honest Aaron.
Honest A.A. Ron.
A.A. Ron.
How do we know Abe was really honest anyway? Where did this come from? What's the source on that?
I don't know. That's what they say.
Amadeus got it. That's going to be foul on 2s. Nine minutes left in this one. Wilson sends it in. And that was offsides. So offsides trap works on that one. Twos gets that out. And more subs coming on for both sides. Fans stop into any one of the 7 Siskiyou Cellular locations in Southern Oregon for a wide range of your wireless needs. For over 25 years, Siskiyou Cellular has been keeping customers connected to people and things that matter most. Check out the latest individual, family, and business plans with all the latest smartphones, tablets, hotspots, and accessories. Siskiyou Cellular, presenting sponsor of Table Rock Sports. And Hammond gets that shot off, but right to the center of the goal, right to Amadei. Amadei clicks that one just in time. Cleared out by Lee. So 5.5 minutes to go. Crater with only 2 shots in this whole game. One of them on goal. It's really just been a matter of inches to where they can get one of these through balls they've had, especially with some of the recent pressure. They can get one of those forwards to spring onto and knows they might give Munson something to chase and something to follow into the back of her net. But they'll have to do it, and they'll have to do it quick.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a tough match for Comets all game, trying to keep possession of the ball once they get over into the Grizzly zone. They've been over there a few times, like you say, the entire game, 1 shot on net. To all of a sudden try and get 2 goals in the last 5 minutes. I mean, it seems almost utterly impossible.
Just got to get 1.
It is sports, though, so you really never know.
Yeah, some soccer goals, at least 2 in a row, have happened within a minute or so. So it definitely is possible, but not probable. Especially with, only 2 shots so far this whole game. It'd be different if maybe they'd had 10, 15 shots already, because they'd be getting that pressure. But they're not even getting back there to have much pressure. It's not looking likely.
And did they call her on the handball there?
Possibly. Now they're stopping the clock. I don't know if I got this off in time. I was just after. So will be a penalty shot. Maya Holshoe taking it. This is to make it 3. And she slots it home.
Just stuck it in the bottom corner there. You know, it's almost a 50-50 shoot. Sometimes you have to kind of anticipate as a goalie and kind of pre-jump right before. Yeah, just a quick hesitation there. And that was right in the corner, too. That would have been a difficult one to make it all the way over there to stop it.
And I watched This Is Football, which is a 6-part documentary series on Amazon Prime. It's amazing. It goes through the whole sport of soccer as far as love, chance, hope, fans. It's the eyes of people in all the different countries around the world. It follows Icelandic team qualifying for their first ever World Cup with only 350,000 people in their country's population. It follows the rise of women's soccer and kind of paralleling Japanese national team to the American national team. And one of them I just saw was, about chance. It's all about statistics and the chance in soccer and probabilities and things that happen, and sometimes you can't prepare for everything. Penalty shots, 75% chance, or 75% of the time, the kicker makes the goal, scores the goal on a penalty shot. And as a keeper, you're not expected to make it. And if you do make the save, then you're like, wow, that was amazing.
Right.
But you're not expected to make the save. So the pressure is not on the keeper. But some of these are so fast. And I know some keepers, they study these kick takers, which you do more when you have film and you get to the higher levels of soccer. You will study some of these players, and you're going to face them. It doesn't really happen much in high school soccer, if at all. I'm not sure who does that, but you really do as a keeper. You kind of have to just do your best and kind of either, if you don't just automatically pick a side to dive for, if you're fast enough, you try to react. But anytime that ball's put in the corner, there is a super low probability the keeper is going to get to it.
And I think 9 just got a yellow card there.
And we stopped the clock, so yellow card on Allison Waters.
Yeah. She just bowled through the Grizzly defender there. I don't know if you saw that, but knocked her right over.
She's been one of the most aggressive for the Comets, but her aggressiveness is what got that shot off and the chance on Munson on the Ashland goal. Ready to go again. Nope, first card and probably the only card of this match.
Yeah, we're under 2 minutes now, eh?
3-0 Ashland. Or 3-0. And Yamanuchi, one of the first goal scorers for Ashland tonight. Sending it up to Holshoe, who scored the PK most recently. That's out for a throw.
And Grizz trying to push to get one more in here, but a minute to go.
Here we go. Oh, right off the toe of Yamanuchi. She cannot control it. But yeah, looking for their fourth. Why not? So 3 goals and a shutout. Very solid game from Ashland.
Yeah, that's a good Wednesday night if you ask me. And there's a Coach Wolf trying to get more points. Well, he did a good job with his team tonight.
What's today? What's today?
Hump day.
Hump day.
Mike.
Yeah.
Had a caller do that on my morning show this morning.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. He won himself some Casablanca Coffee and Grill, playing Name That Riff around 7:30 on 102.7 The Drive. Do it.
Casablanca and Grants Pass?
Delicious.
That's a good place.
We do a gift certificate every morning. Anyways, I said, way to win on your hump day. And he goes, thanks. Mike.
That is the end of this one. 3-0 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. The My Circle K post-game show is coming up next. Yeah, very good game from Ashland. Controlling this one. Crater with only 2 shots the whole game. Rough night for them. Both these teams only have 1 game left. So stay with us. I'll have the full wrap-up of this one and some stats. You're watching TableRockSports.net.
K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on LithiaSuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 40 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland and Medford, and now Bill's Glass in Grants Pass.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back. See there on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Let's make it a little bigger for you. Let's get the full one in there. 3-0. Ashland over Crater. Don't worry, that Ashland paw is in there. You can see that. It's not blending. It's blending in very well with the red background, but we got that paw there for you. This is the My Circle K post-game show. You're locally on Chevron stations, powered by Colvin Oil, who sponsored the Fuel Your School program in October. Your support has raised over $300,000 in the past 4 years. For more information, visit mycirclek.com. So quick stats, 3 corners total for Ashland, only 1 for Crater. And that was in the first half. They did not get a lot of pressure this whole game, and that is because the key stat, shots and shots on goal. Ashland ended up with 21 shots, 11 on goal. Crater only had 2 shots the whole game, and 1 of those on goal. 5 offsides on Ashland, none on Crater. And Crater, the lack of offensive stats is because they weren't able to get a lot of offense. They had 8 fouls, 1 with a yellow card on Allison Waters with 2:09 left in the match. 4 fouls on Ashland total, and the 3 goals, Yamanuchi with only 37-12 left in that first, so they got up pretty quick, up 1-0, and it was 1-0 for a long time. No, excuse me. It was 0-0 at halftime.
Mhm.
It was 37-12 in the second half, excuse me. So 0-0, and you thought the Crater had a chance, and they did have a chance. But without much offense, they weren't able to put anything through, and Ashland just wore them down finally. 3 goals, Yamanuchi, Wilson, and Holtzschuh. Great game from Ashland. What are your thoughts? Plus, we got to get a Southern Oregon Sports Commission player of the game tonight. So what do you got, Danny?
Well, you know, they should be changed their name from Ashland Grizzly to the Ashland Shawarma. You know, like you pointed out so many times, just how many Grizzlies would just come straight to the ball. They just would, in a matter of seconds, it would be about 3, almost minimum, every time. And they would just swarm it and take it away. And they just happened to be in the right place at the right time when passes were coming through from Crater. They were able to intercept and take them back the other way. And, it was a real struggle for the Comets today to be able to keep the ball. And not only that, just keep it, just advance it, forget advancing it, just being able to keep it. And some great foot battles. It was a lot of fun to watch. It was a good game tonight. But, hey, this is a good building team. And I think next year and the years forward, like you were saying too, Aaron, that these girls are going to come together, play together well, and you can kind of see it starting to form. So it'd be exciting to see how the next year or so plays out.
A lot of freshmen, a lot of juniors, few sophomores peppered in, and the 2 seniors only, and a few good ones coming up too from across the land here to play for Crater next year. So we'll see how that goes. But Ashland, their season continues. If they can win their final game on Saturday against Springfield, they have a real legitimate shot at getting into the playoffs, squeaking in just barely. But as far as our Southern Oregon Sports Commission player of the game tonight, you have a lot of people. Yuki Salvo Yamanuchi, who scored the opening goal. She put a lot of pressure as a striker, put a lot of pressure on that Crater defense. Mary Wilson scored the second goal. She had other wonderful, great shots. Maya Holtzschuh scored the penalty shot. Guinea Hammond, the freshman, as Brian Kiger for Crater talked about, they wanted to control her, or at least focus on her, because she's a great distributor. She did a lot of stuff. And it's hard to really say Nina Munson, the goalkeeper, even though she had a shutout, it really, the defense, she only had 2 shots to face.
Right.
And only one of them was at her. So I can't really give it to Munson with the shutout, because it was the defense doing the work in front of her more so. So just both ends of the field, offense and defense, Ashland just dominated. It's really hard to pick just one person. 3 different goal scorers.
Yeah, well, not only that, like I say, it was a complete team effort too. You know, when you have a minimum of 3 of your defenders going at the ball and just ripping it away from the Crater almost every time they had it, they just couldn't get anything going, couldn't get anything moving. We just give the whole Grizz, they played well as a team.
Great team win. Travel Medford and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission are working to help fans know their role. Learn more at travelmedford.com/Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Again, final game for both of these 2 teams Saturday. Crater here at home. Ashland, I believe, is at Springfield. They've already had their senior night. I think that'll do it for us. We got plenty of football coming up on Friday night. We will be at Eagle Point, and everyone's playing. We do thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. Be sure and download the free TableRockSports.net app. Watch the replay of this game anywhere you connect for free. Any of your mobile devices, your phones, your tablets, your PCs. Even if it's on YouTube, you could pull this up on your TV. I'd like to thank Crater High School Athletic Director David Hurd for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net. And tonight's broadcast, special thanks to head coaches Eric Wolf and Brian Kiger, especially for them taking some time out and talking to us for the Bills Glass Coaches Corner. You can always check out great features on our updated website at TableRockSports.net. Follow us online at Facebook.com/TableRockSports and on Twitter at TableRockSports. Demi DeSoto, our social media manager, doing a great job, getting a lot of shares and tweets and retweets and a lot of content up, a lot of stuff happening. We will be talking about some of the stats I know that he shared and that, Danny, you also shared. So we have the more than midway through for the stats for football, high school football. We have all those stats we'll be talking about. Trevor Davis for Crater made that list a couple of times. We'll have those. We'll talk about those. And I'm sure they'll be filling the stat sheet again on Friday. We hope you enjoyed this free broadcast made possible by our sponsors' support. Again, the final score you see there on John L. Scott scoreboard, Ashland 3. And they improved to 6-5-2 and 3-4 in the league. Crater falls. They fall to 1-5-1 in league and 4-5-4 overall, getting shut out. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports with Danny Canada. I'm Aaron Nilsson saying thanks for watching and good night from Dutch Meyer Field here at Crater High School in Central Point, Oregon.